Yes. Can you use your salary? It's not use your salary. आपको लिंक नहीं है उसे वैशाली में सोच लिंक वैशाली में मैं आपको भेजता हूँ जी ये
WhatsApp. After national anthem to virtual.
वो तो सर कह रहे थे वही तुम
वो करेंगे
बस ठीक है हटा दी
क्योंकि हमारा देखो हमारे बहुत
ओ
किधर किधर अरे ब्रदर आई राजू जी आई
अच्छा वही
All the esteemed guests are requested to rise up for the national anthem, please. Thank you.
The last one. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the problem.
It's very warm. Good morning to all. It is our ancient culture to light a lamp before the commencement of any auspicious activity. A lamp symbolizes knowledge, the inner wealth by which all our outer worldly achievements can be accomplished. This ritual also marks the triumph of knowledge and wisdom over ignorance, just like lighting of a lamp vanishes all darkness. May I request Honorable the Chief Guest, Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of J&K, to illuminate this event with the symbolic lightening of the lamp, and may I request the Honorable Judges on the dais to join hands. Please.
Every member of this institution therefore owes a duty to maintain the rights of common man in the judiciary. It is in this context we have to analyze the measures to be taken in order to strengthen the institution of judiciary and to uphold its dignity. The first and foremost step in this direction shall certainly be to maintain high standards in the justice delivery system. There cannot be any doubt that efficiency of justice delivery system to a large extent depends on the ability, competence, and experience of the members of the judiciary whose duty to decide the causes and render justice to the litigant public. Therefore, we require to constantly keep pace with the ever-growing facets of law and should not lose their zeal to learn. The great Socrates defined the 4 personal qualities of a judge, which we all have to thoroughly imbibe within us: to hear courteously, to answer wisely, to consider soberly, and to decide impartially. Dear participants, as you participate in this training program today, I'm sure that the training that has been offered by the Judicial Academy will help you to tune yourselves to take over the new assignments with confidence. While wishing you a great success in the coveted task you are going to take over, I would also like to add that this being the first step in your virtuous journey, a direction should be chalked out now itself as to how you are going to serve the common man in pursuit for justice. And with these words of advice, I wish you every success, good wishes and blessings. You are the base of judicial pyramid. Be strong and brave to uphold the judiciary. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Lordship. Now I most humbly request Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Kumar, Judge High Court of J&K and Ladakh, and Chairman J&K Judicial Academy, to kindly present an overview of the pre-appointment training program module prepared by the Academy. Please, Lordship.
Justice N. KOTISWAR Singh, Honorable the Chief Justice of High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, Justice Tashir Abstan, Senior Most Judge of High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, my colleagues on the governing body of J&K Judicial Academy, Justice Javed Iqbal Wani, Justice Rahul Bharati, Justice Moksha Kazmi, Honorable Judges of the High Court who have graced the occasion by their presence. Some have joined online from Jammu. Shri A.K. Chaudhary, Honorable the Chairman, Jammu and Kashmir Public Service Commission, the Chief Secretary, the Director General of Police, Secretary, Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs, to have graced this occasion by their conspicuous absence. The officers of the registry, headed by the Registrar General, the judicial officers of District Judiciary, headed by Principal District Judge Srinagar, and their inductee trainees, who are the actual stars of the morning. Good morning and warm welcome to all of you. Let me first congratulate the trainees who, by the dint of their hard labor and perseverance, have emerged successful in a very arduous and prestigious competitive examination, KCS Judicial. With us today, you are a batch of 69 candidates. Majority of you have had a small stint of a couple of years at bar. But let me tell you, that is not enough to transform a novice lawyer that you are to a fine judicial officer that you will be. As they say, judging is a divine duty bestowed on chosen few, and those who get this golden opportunity must realize that such onerous duty comes with high responsibility. Judging, like any other job, is not a 10 to 4 job, but a discharge of public trust 24/7. I would therefore implore all of you to take this training seriously. A lot of thinking has gone into preparing the training module. The Lord Chief Justice has shown personal interest to finalize the module of training prepared by the Academy. We have this time discarded the traditional pedagogical approaches of judicial training and have rather adopted a new methodology which is more interactive, more participative, and more focused in skill development. Our initial training program of 30 days in the Academy focuses on 3 core areas. Knowledge, that is the knowledge of substantive and procedural laws. Skill, the application of rules of law and procedure to solve the legal conundrums that you will confront during the discharge of your duties. Learning the art of judging, which is distinct from justicing. Honing the analytical skills, court conduct, court management, appreciation of law and evidence will be other areas of focus. As you know, justice delayed is justice denied, but it is equally true that justice hurried is justice buried. So, the skill lies in maintaining a fine balance between the quality and quantity of justice. In the Academy, you trainees will be mentored by sitting judges, retired and very experienced judges of all levels. We do not have a dedicated faculty in the Academy, despite that we are amongst the oldest judicial training institutes. To share with you proudly, this institute started functioning in the year 1973 under the visionary leadership of the then Chief Justice, Justice Murtaza Fazl Ali, who ultimately rose to become the senior most judge in the Supreme Court. Since then, it has grown at rapid pace, despite infrastructure deficiencies. We still do not have minimum required infrastructure in Jammu, though we have it in Srinagar. The third core area of our training would focus on a development of a right attitude for the job. Independence, impartiality, integrity, propriety, competence, and efficiency are the values intrinsic to the principles of judicial conduct. This needs a critical introspection and social reflection. The senior judges with vast experience at their back shall be interacting extensively with you and mentoring to inculcate values necessary to discharge the judicial functions. Justice should not only be done, but should be seen to have been done is an adage full of meaning and sense. Public perception about the institution is as much important as its actual delivery. Justice dispensation is a consumer product, and therefore entire emphasis has to be on the satisfaction of the consumer. Our judicial system is already under tremendous pressure, the pressure of performance, but nobody is bothered about the infrastructure requirements. For bringing in small improvements in the system, we have to run after the babus in the secretariat. Unless the judiciary becomes self-sufficient and financially autonomous, we are not likely to achieve our goal of providing quick, accessible, and cost-effective justice to our people. Way back in the year 2002, in second judge's case, the Honorable Supreme Court, after finding dismally low judge population ratio, recommended to have at least 21 judges per million population. We have hardly achieved that goal, even in 2024. We are aware about the challenges and the difficulties, but we are not deterred and shall strive to work in the pursuit of justice with the limited resources that we have. After all, divine duties require divine innovations. This is what we are committed in J&K Judicial Academy. Before I close, I am reminded of a beautiful quote of a famous Italian sculptor. I will read for your benefit, and that conveys a beautiful message. The name of the sculptor was Michelangelo. He was once asked, "How come you produce statues that are so full of life?" Do you know what was his reply? He said, "The rough marble already contains the statues. It's a matter of extracting them." So we are sure that a fine judicial officer is there in you. We will take this opportunity in this academy to chisel it out. Wishing all the new entrants a successful pre-induction training and a fearless, robust judging thereafter. I beg to take your leave. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Lordships. Now I would request today's Chief Guest, Honorable Mr. Justice and KOTISWAR Singh, Chief Justice, High Court of J&K and Ladakh, to kindly deliver the inaugural address. Lordships.
Good morning to everybody present here. My esteemed colleague, Brother Justice Tashir Abstan, the Senior Most Judge, J1. Brother Atul also here virtually, who was the chairman of the selection committee. Brother Sanjeev Kumar, now who is steering this important program of judicial education as in charge of the Judicial Academy. All other brother and sister judges who are present here physically and virtually. And of course, the respected A.K. Chaudhary, Chairman of the J&K Public Service Commission, who is present here amongst us. The Registrar General and the members of the registry, PDJ Srinagar, along with his team of judicial officers present here, and all others participants who have been selected for being appointed as junior division sub-judge. Indeed, it is a very important moment today that we formally launch this training session. As I continue, I'll just invoke a very sloka. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. May all be happy. Sarve Santu Niramaya. May all be free from diseases. Sarve Vadrani Pashyantu. May all see things auspicious. Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhav Bhaved. None may be subjected to misery. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. That's I've invoked that because there's the fundamental purpose of judiciary is to alleviate these sufferings, the pains you will see coming in the court. You have been students of law. We have passed examinations. We have answered the question very well. And congratulations to all of you who have been selected. I am told 3,266 candidates had applied for these posts, and 69 have been selected after a rigorous process. So you are some of the best minds in J&K who have been selected, and I think not only being selected, but I think it's a privilege and honor to be part of the judicial system, judicial fraternity. Yes, just a few background facts. In fact, this recruitment ought to have taken place 2-3 years before. In fact, I was told that the process was initiated in 2021. But unfortunately, because by the time the reorganization took place, the then state of Jammu and Kashmir was bifurcated into UT of J&K and a UT of Ladakh. So 2 independent entities. Rules required to be amended, which took its time. And that whole process was delayed. Fortunately, I had been requesting the authorities, both the administration as well as the Union Ministry, for expediting the process of making necessary amendments so that we can have a full-fledged regular appointment rather than an ad hoc appointment which was earlier contemplated. I mean, I have nothing to do that in the sense that because there was a pressing requirement to fill up these posts. These are critical posts. So the court in its wisdom thought it to appoint on ad hoc basis. But I thought that it would be better to have a regular recruitment. So with much persuasion and also full cooperation from the administration, and of course the public service, I must commend the Public Service Commission. My request for giving priorities, because they are not only dealing with recruitment of judicial service members, but also other services. So I requested that to give a priority on the recruitment of the these judicial members, and they have been very kind to cooperate, and ultimately we have been able to culminate this process in a very expeditious manner. So I must congratulate and also thank the Public Service Commission also for giving their unstinted support so as to see that we are able to complete the process. But as we know, this is not a normal appointment. In fact, the Honorable Supreme Court has said in All India Judges case, I would request all the trainees to go and read this, which was some of the first important, the various judgments rendered in All India cases starting from 1991 onwards, till recently also, where it has been emphasized time after time that judicial service is not an employment in the sense we understand the public employment. It is a service to the nation and also a part of the basic structure. The judicial service we render is an independent judicial service we render, not only at the district, not in the High Court level, but also at the district level, is integral part of the basic structure. So I would request all the new entrants, trainees who are the potential judges to read, go through this. They will give an idea of the whole legal system and also the importance and nature of the service we render, apart from various other discussions about the service conditions. Brother Sanjeev also has mentioned that we are going a different mode of training. All of you have passed examination, exemplary marks and achievements. I don't think we need to explain again on the academic side of the legal knowledge. What is important to be understood how we practice law, how law is practiced, and how we are going to be part of that practical legal problem. In fact, as you enter the service, you would be in the frontline warriors of judicial system. As brother Sanjeev also rightly remarked that this is not from 10 to 5 p.m. job. It is a 24/7 job, especially for those judiciary in the magistrate. Because as a magistrate or as a judicial or sub-judge, as the case may be, more particularly as a magistrate, you will be required to attend to any request, because a person who is arrested has to be produced within 24 hours. A person, if he is arrested in midnight, obviously his 24 hours elapsed in midnight, so he will knock at the door. Therefore, we have duty magistrates also who are available all throughout the night, day and night, to attend to. So you are in the front line of the judicial system, where the people will be knocking at our door for redressal of their grievances. So we must, at entry level, we must think that, oh, I have to attend court at 10:30 or 10 and leave at 5. This mindset has to change. You are not a normal government employee who has to attend office from 10:30 to 5 and go home. Even if you go home, you again will be burdened with writing judgments of what you, because sometimes it may happen that in your working, you may not be able to pass the order, some lengthy orders. You may have to come and write it at your home, do research works. So these are all very kind of holistic kind of you have to become part of it. You cannot separate yourself as a family person, family man, woman. Yes, you have to learn that also. That again, there will be taught also. There will be training session also, how to keep yourself away from official work and attend to your personal family lives. But at the same time, these official work as judges will continue to be always with you, irrespective of wherever you are and at the time, irrespective of time. So it's a very kind of unique kind of profession where we'll be called upon to discharge at any point of time. Apart from this uniqueness, there's another element. Judges, we normally think that the role of judges is to decide cases, disputes. Very well, that's the core function of a judicial member of this service. While we do that, now because of various reasons in this country, especially the parliament with the enactment of the Legal Service Authorities Act, an additional responsibility has been also cast upon us for providing free legal aid and other activities, so that the access to justice is enabled and realized, and judiciary has been given a primary role in that. As will, in course of the deliberations, in which we expect to continue about 2 months, you will come across various facets of judicial system. And this is another facet which has nothing to do with our dispute resolution system in the sense of deciding cases, adjudicatory role, but it is an enabling role to provide easy access to justice to those who are underprivileged and who don't have the means. So again, this will be another aspect which will come to play in our life as a judge. As you enter judicial service within a few months, once the regular appointment is issued, most of you will serve in this for about ranging from 20, 30 years, maybe 40, I don't know, depending on the age you have. It's a long journey. It's a long journey. And see, I know you are full of enthusiasm now. As you walk down this long journey of life, judicial life, at some point of time, you may get tired also. And then with this experience of life, all your optimism may also change. Some people may become pessimistic. Why did I join this? You see all your colleagues are doing fantastic. He's coming to argue in your court in a limousine, no? And you will not be having your vehicle. Official vehicle you will have only after certain stage. Great. This initial stage, I don't think there is any. Of course, it's supposed to be provided, but most of the state, the condition is that normally this entry grade level judges are not provided with vehicle. They may be provided with pool cars or.
So it's the second
Huh?
hand.
They can unlike other service, so these are difficult times ahead. Also, you must, as I was coming. What should I say? Because I have not prepared anything. Just because I don't want to, if I prepare, then I do worse. I don't perform well when I don't. So I said extempo. So I was thinking what to say. Then I was thinking, you see, today's inaugural, no? So no, they are not yet fully integrated merit to the system. So the marriage के पहले होता है ना आपका यहाँ के रोका something like that, no? Engagement, no? Roka type, no? Not fully, no? But that gives you an idea of what the married life will be. And especially more intimidating for women because एक नया दुनिया में जाना है, unknown place, unknown household, unknown faces, except the men, if he has happened to have familiarity earlier. Sometimes there is no familiarity also, parents get it, no? So everything is strange, no? So the kind of anxiety, the kind of, no? So then there, then also advisors in the form of mother, sister-in-law say, nahi, darna nahi, aise hai, aise hai. And how you should behave with your mother-in-law. Yeah? How you should behave your sister-in-law. ये सब ज्ञान भी देते हैं उस टाइम में. So, and therefore, in course of this also, it will be taught how you should behave with your PDJs, how you should behave with your judges, senior judges, So I'm not trying to scare you something, no? I mean, you have to face reality. I mean, these are things you have to know. And I'm very happy that brother also, and we have also have been actively involved in this. We will be involving the actual, serving judges to, interact with you. See the kind of difficulties you may face, the kind of challenges you may face. So these are all learning process. It will take, because this you have not done when you are students of law. And most of you perhaps have not practiced except for a couple of years maximum. Because earlier the rule was that unless you practice for 3 years, you cannot join this. But that has been taken off. So some of you may have just joined fresh from your graduation, and some of course must have had the benefit of service couple of years. But the kind of experience which you have undergoing as a judge is different, full of challenges, but exciting also. The kind of sense of satisfaction when you feel that you have done justice, somebody is going back smile, is worth $1 million. The salary you get is pittance, nothing. But of course, I can say without any doubt that the salary you are getting now is 100 times better than, because in fact, when I just graduated, I didn't know my father was a judge, but I didn't have the benefit of getting the advantage of being son of a judge, because he died when I was a student. So all the advantage which would have accrued to me by inheritance was lost because of his early death. So I was a struggling lawyer, going in a scooter, Vespa, trying. And some very good-natured friend of my father, he said, "Hey, KOTISWAR, you want to join Munsif?" Yes. At that time, of course, these were not very, kind of competitive, Very few used to apply because the salary was nothing. I was told they used to get about 3,000 rupees per month or something. Can you imagine? I said, "No, sir, thank you, sir. I'll be a struggle as a lawyer." So I'm not trying to demean, but then see, the service condition was pathetic. 30 years down the line, service condition was pathetic. I mean, the kind of salary, the kind of condition. That's why I said 1991 judgment, All India judges. Please read. There's a tremendous change now.
almost, I think, as you enter, I think more or less same as IS, and I think there is not much of a difference. Huh? See, more than that. Now, therefore, you should not have any reason to complain about it. कि हमारा पैसा कम है, especially when you see your colleague coming in Mercedes to argue in your face, and he'll be getting this fees which you are earning in 1 year. He may be getting in one case also. Don't try to compare. The moment, just like once you have engaged, don't look any other men. रोका हो जाता है ना, होता है ना. So the moment you enter the service as judge, don't think of being a lawyer. But still you have a choice. If you still that money is important for whatever reason, because we all survive on money. Because we can't leave, that's like any vehicle. तेल नहीं डालोगे तो कैसे चलेगा? Some vehicles require more fuel, some require don't much less fuel, whatever. But if you are interested in making money, the time to think over. You can always quit, there is no issue. But once you have taken a plunge, money should be a secondary matter. Lakshmi or Saraswati में you have to ignore Lakshmi. अपने आप चलता रहेगा. Saraswati, you have to more worship Saraswati more than Lakshmi. You can't Lakshmi the moment you enter this, because there's so yes, I think, I mean, part of life. I do not wish to say much. I'll be interacting with you from time to time. I just want to give a bird's eye view. It's a wonderful, challenging service. I mean, the kind of satisfaction you get is something we can't explain to you. You have to, these are experiences you have to experience yourself. Like for example, a doctor, how much kitna headache hai? So headache to aapko hi jane, doctor will give you aspirin, dispirin. But then you are the one who is going through. Kitna pain hota hai. And how much happiness also you only can experience. Satisfaction. And I have experienced myself, all brothers, all sisters experience. But these are all inner sex, and which you will also will experience it as you go through this system. So I will not take much of your time. This is the beginning. But I can tell you that you are some of the most privileged. Privileged not because in terms of service condition, but privileged to serve this nation. There are thousands and thousands of people will coming to you crying, मुझे ऐसा किया है, मुझे पैसे नहीं मिला, मुझे मारा है, this and that, all. And you, of course, you have to detach yourself in a very detached manner. But at the same time, you have to, you have to develop this empathy for the suffering. See, otherwise, you see, it's not like doing some experiment in some laboratory, scientific experience, legal experience. No. Each and every order you pass is going to affect the life of the person who is coming to you. A wrong order can cause devastation. Therefore, we must all make, of course, I'm not saying that you have to pass, I mean, what is that you cannot make many mistakes. No, certainly. To err is human. And there are provisions, legal provisions to rectify. But do your duty sincerely. Don't bother कि मैंने ऐसा किया तो मैं क्या हो? What will happen to me? No, don't bother. Apply the law, apply on the facts of the case, give the best with the best intention, write it. Don't worry about it. And one thing which is very important, also recently the Supreme Court has mentioned, why they said basic structure of the Constitution, the independent judiciary. You may be the lowest, holding the lowest rank, but nobody will be able to dictate to you कि आपको इस तरह का order pass करना है. The kind of autonomy, the kind of independence you will have. As the Chief Justice cannot direct, Madam, इसको छोड़ दीजिए. Yeah, I know that he's innocent. No, you don't have to listen to me. You see the record, you see the submission, you see the facts, apply. For wrong decision, don't worry, you will not be penalized. No, this is not part of our judicial structure. Just because you have made a wrong, ultimately there will be a public hue and cry. Isko kyun bail de diya? Isko kyun kar diya? Don't worry about so much about it. Because if we think so much about the public opinion, because public opinion is based on sentiments. Public opinion is based on what they think is right or wrong. But before you have the facts of the case, before you have the submissions of the lawyers, contesting parties, then you take a decision. So don't bother so much about whether you have made a right decision or wrong decision. You give your decision sincerely, bona fide, on the basis of your knowledge. That's it. Nothing will harm you. There is no reason why you should have any kind of apprehension. मैंने ऐसा कर दिया तो क्या होगा? No. That's a basic part of this profession. Independence, which is enjoyed by not only at the lowest level, at every level, district level, high court level. We never ask anybody to decide any case in this manner. This is a very important thing, which the kind of independence will be. You raise that, you nurture that, you strengthen the society, and with that, the confidence of the people will be there. See, ultimately, the strength of the judiciary, we don't have, as brother also mentioned, we don't have the financial autonomy. आपके ट्रेनिंग के लिए we have written to the government because 69 खर्चा होता है, आपको होटल में रहना पड़ता है, खाना है. This costs money, and we can't expect you to pay from your pocket because you are a trainee, we are a responsibility, and it costs money. We have written to the government, they have assured us it will हो जाएगा. हमारे पास पैसे होता तो we would have done in a different manner also. So these are things, a part of the judicial system, but the autonomy to decide is fully with you, absolutely independent. There may not be, the fiscal autonomy, but we have the judicial autonomy, which cannot be snatched, cannot be taken away. The moment somebody tries to interfere with autonomy, we are tinkering with the independence of judiciary, the basic structure of the constitution on which our society is based. So the confidence of the people, we must make sure in what we do in personal life, because see, again, of course, this will be part of our ethics. See, what we do as judges in personal life also can have impact on the society. So we have to be a little bit careful. See, the moment we become judges, we lose much of our freedom to do as we wish. As a lawyer, as a common man, lay person, can, go around in the night and, in a bike roaming around, singing around, this New Year party, those things, there has to be curtailment of some of the liberties which he enjoyed as before you join this, that will be curtailed. These are issues, of course, will be spoken in much more detail with experienced judges. And so thank you very much. I must thank everybody who have been involved in this process, and I congratulate all of you here. And we wish you a very successful future ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lordship, for defining so beautifully the tone and texture of the entire training program. Lordship, it is always a feast to the gathering to hear your Lordship. Now, may I request Honorable Miss Justice Moksha Kazmi Khajuria to present the vote of thanks. Please, ma'am.
Honorable Mr. Justice N. Kotishwar Singh, Chief Justice of High Court of Jammu and Kashmir. Honorable Mr. Justice Tashi Rabistan, Senior Most Judge of High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Honorable Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, Judge, High Court, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Honorable Ms. Justice Sindhu Sharma. Honorable Mr. Justice Puneet Gupta. Honorable Mr. Justice Javed Iqbal Wani. Honorable Mr. Justice Mohammad Yusufwani. Honorable Brother Judges at Jammu High Court, present virtually today. Mr. A.K. Chaudhary, Chairman, Public Service Commission. Inductee trainees, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. As we come to the concluding part of the inaugural session of the pre-appointment induction training course for civil judges, batch 2024, we bear in mind that the words of gratitude are the most powerful medium of expressing appreciation and thankfulness, resonating from the heart. On behalf of J&K Judicial Academy, it is indeed my privilege to express our profound gratitude to all honorable judges, dignitaries, and newly selected civil judges who have made it convenient to attend this inaugural session. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely happy to be amongst you to extend a word of thanks. I congratulate newly selected trainee judges for joining judicial fraternity. The Indian judicial system is constantly exposed to new challenges and have to survive a world in which perhaps the only real certainty is that the circumstances of tomorrow will not be same as those of today. Judicial education and training are synonymous, though they aim at the objective of judicial competence and efficiency. Education is more concerned with the knowledge and sensitivity, whereas training revolves around skills, attitude, and professionalism. The two reinforce each other in judicial performance. The pre-appointment induction training is a progressive step in the direction to tune yourself to take over the new assignment with confidence. Today, we have the honor of being joined by our esteemed chief guest, Patron-in-Chief, the Honorable Chief Justice. His presence at our event, despite his demanding schedule, has not only inspired us, but also reinforced our commitment to justice and diligence. For this and for hosting today's event so graciously, we owe His Lordship a deep debt of gratitude. A special mention goes to Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Kumar, Chairperson of the Governing Committee of the J&K Judicial Academy, for his pivotal role. Our appreciation extends to all brother and sister judges whose presence today signifies their unwavering support and commitment. The director of J&K Judicial Academy and his team deserves a special thanks for their relentless dedication and hard work in organizing this event. I must also applaud the unsung heroes working behind the scenes whose efforts have been crucial in bringing this event to fruition. Lastly, I congratulate our future judicial officers whose exemplary performances today have filled us with pride and joy. Your dedication and practice have truly paid off. As we conclude this gathering, I'm reminded of a pioneer thought by Martin Luther King Jr., quote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere," unquote. May we continue to strive for a just society upheld by the rule of law and enriched by diligent judicial minds. Thank you. Stay blessed.
Thank you, Lordship. With that, we come to the end of this inaugural part of the program. I seek the permission of the chair to close the proceedings. All the honorable guests and participants are requested to assemble in the front lawns for the group photograph followed by high tea. I request the trainees to reassemble at the earliest by 11:15. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
End में नशा होता है